Republican candidates gathered on the steps of the U.S. Capitol, and we signed a contract with America. And then we passed, and then it got printed and appeared in TV Guide. If you remember these little pieces of paper, promising what we were going to do, promising that we would vote on these 10 items. We didn't promise we could pass everything because we had President Bill Clinton in the White House. But we made a promise, and it was that if we didn't keep our promise to pass that legislation, they could throw us out. So last night, Newt stayed at my place, and I went down to the basement, and I pulled out a piece of memorabilia. And I'm going to show it. This is an old poster for the contract with America. And you'll notice some of the things that were on this. We promised that we would pass in the House a balanced budget amendment. And the Speaker was kind enough to have me give the last speech on the floor before we took that vote, which passed in the House. Unfortunately, it failed by one vote in the Senate. You remember that. We promised that we would reform welfare. We went to President Clinton 3 times before he signed that bill. We promised that we would lock out violent criminals, we would protect our children, we would cut taxes for middle-class families, we would slash red tape, and stop frivolous lawsuits, and we promised a vote on term limits. And we did all of that in 97 days. I am 100% supporting Speaker Gingrich for this because I think we're facing even tougher problems today than we did back in 1994. And we need somebody who is a historian, who has a broad perspective over our nation's history, who's been a student of leaders, somebody who has great ideas that he's going to talk to you about. But also, I think the current administration is showing us that sometimes it's not such a great thing to get a neophyte into the White House. I want a president in the White House that has a strategic vision for our country, but also has the know-how on how to pull those levers in Washington. And so it is my great honor to introduce to you Speaker Newt Gingrich.